what you choose can materialize us.
Oh, our decisions will bring you to life.
That is why the decision games were held. So that the Phi and me, here now, would materialize exactly the way we are.
No, but... Okay, so I get why you had to have Diana and Sigma go through life or death decisions. But the rest of us had nothing to do with...
I already told you. My motives are complex.
What? Wait, there's more?
What?
Fuck you, you goddamn old man!
Whoa.
No!
What are you doing, Fire?
It's over.
You may be right.
What?
Diana, take this. Put it in. Your bluebird, too. It's ready.
Verified. Key items were set. Executing Force Quit program. 10 minutes until explosion.
Explosion?
What?
Oh no! The hell? What is this?
Hey, answer me! What's with that announcement?
Must I explain? This shelter will soon explode. You've worked so hard, only to turn on this facility's self-destruct mechanism.
Sean, access the central control computer.
It's no use. Once the Force Quit program has been activated, there is no possible way for you to reverse it.
Then what can we do?
I will tell you two good things. First, I suggest checking behind the bar counter.
Oh, no!
Why would you?
Gab.
Oh,
Gab's been...
Gab.
Did you kill Gab?
Yes, with the shotgun you're holding.
Why?
There wasn't much life left in him anyway.
No, but... He was an old dog, yes, but...
I never
Why
expected
would
to
you
hear
kill him?
that coming from you, Sean.
So what's the other thing? You had two things to tell us.
I have the ability to mind hack,
We already know that.
but I've not told you everything about it. Reading other people's thoughts isn't the only thing I can do with mind hacking. It only lasts a moment, but I am able to control someone's body as I wish. Like this.
Oh. So essentially he's saying he's just committed suicide. He controlled Carlos's mind
Eric,
to shoot himself.
Why?
No, for real, my finger just...
Mind hacking.
Understand now. This is my power. So, let's begin. Your final decision game. You have two choices. One, to stay here and wait to die. The other is... The other is...
Dad doesn't get to say the other, of course.
What's the other option? What's the other option?
Escape. But how? Yep. Very much classic movie trope.
5 minutes until explosion.
What should we do?
What about the X door?
And how exactly should we open it? Unless 6 people die, it's gonna stay closed. Or should we start killing each other now?
Mira? I have an idea.
Which is?
We're going to shift, all of us, together.
Hey, hold on. Like jumping to another history?
But Eric and
I'm sure it will be fine. Remember what I said? Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain.
Oh, yeah. You said if certain conditions are met, we can also...
What are the conditions?
First, you need to be exposed to danger. And the other one is...
To be in the vicinity of a group of shifters.
I get it.
We'll resonate, and then Mira and Eric can...
But which history are we going to jump to?
None of the similar histories will work. One team is likely to be dead after the vote.
And we can't shift if there are no bodies for us to jump to, right?
Correct.
Then... we need to jump to where all of us are alive.
When we're all alive.
Do you mean...
Yep. This is the kind of thing why...
The history, where we won the coin toss.
This is where I thought that the... So now they're jumping back to here. At the start of the game, we made the decision here of which coin would be face up. Or which side of the coin, be blue or red. I went blue first, I think, and they all woke up outside the facility and they were free. Red side led to all of this. I would have thought it would have been better for the story if no matter which choice you made there, it took you through all this, and then at the end, they decide to jump there and do the other. They know what answer it is, so they do the other one and go that way, and they're free.
3 minutes until explosion.
I'm not sure I get it all, but it's a good idea?
What are you saying? There's no way we could do that.
Why not?
Shift isn't simply jumping into bodies in different histories.
Our consciousnesses swap places. Ours for theirs.
We'll be forcing our other selves into these bodies, and they'll die without knowing why.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that?
What?
Well, they're
Coming
all
from the
living without a
cold-blooded
care off
murderer.
Another history, yeah? One time, they do the coin toss once and win? Don't you think that's unfair?
Mira, you're saying they, but we're talking about ourselves here.
Well, we should consider if those people really are us.
Good point. If we assume that we here are the true versions, then the us in the other history are essentially strangers.
Even more of a reason not to.
If we shift to that history, then we're tossing the others under the bus to save ourselves.
Yep.
The us in that history have done nothing wrong. I mean, the only thing they did was win at a coin toss.
You could say the same for us. The only thing we did was lose a coin toss. Even so, we've had to go through so much shit. We've been forced to put our lives on the line.
Besides, aren't the bodies in the other histories ours anyway?
Then why should we second guess ourselves?
I guess the question
1
comes
minute
down.
until explosion.
I guess the question comes down to everything you've learned while you've been locked up here. Is it better to remember it or forget it for those who survive? If it's best to forget it, then don't jump. If it's best to remember it, then jump.
We're out of time. I'll say it again. We have two choices. We can stay here and wait for our deaths, or survive by sacrificing our other selves in another history.
Yes, this is basically the end. Global flowchart. We are down there. And as you can see, everything else is complete. We've got the very last little bit to go.
That's what that bastard meant. The final decision game.
The flowchart doesn't really mean about... I'm gonna say shift because I'm thinking it's better they remember. I'll probably have to jump back here and do the other option anyway. Interesting. So basically, this game you jump between timelines anyway. I'll go down to just say here. I might, at one point I might jump in there, follow that timeline, finish there, jump back there, do that, do those, and then I might, after that, go back and do that timeline. After that, I might go there. After that, I might head down there and do that line. After that, I might go do that one. So you're not necessarily doing the whole tree in order. There's another box there. And down there. Okay. So you're jumping all over the place in this timeline, and it's a bit weird. Yeah, we know what happens when they don't shift. There's nothing new there, so I guess I have to do it in the timeline here. So that one that was still locked at the bottom left was if I chose not to
Damn,
skip.
I can't remember anything.
Me neither.
Neither can I.
It somehow feels like I made a bet with someone, but
Someone?
What kind of bet?
Did we all forget what happened?
Hey, could I ask all of you something? Who is this kid?
Why did they all forget? Now that doesn't make sense. Ah. Now they've jumped into these bodies. That was before they jumped. Makes sense. Or skipped, or whatever they say for it.
Did we do it?
We're not wearing the bracelets, so I don't know the time. But
Judging by the position of the sun, it's probably noonish.
And the date?
How would I know?
hey, Mira, Eric, do you remember me?
Yeah.
I definitely remember you.
Then we really did.
Must have worked.
Life is unfair. Don't you think?
At least Scab's alive now.
You bastard.
17 years ago, a snail traveled down a narrow path in the park. If that snail hadn't been there, perhaps all of you here would have lived a completely different life than you did. Just one small snail, and everyone's lives, even the world, changed.
So, what's the big deal?
Ugh, would you just quit talking nonsense?
I'm so glad you were safe.
Of course we were. You all have shifted in from another history.
Whatever. We gotta call the cops.
And what exactly will that accomplish?
Isn't it obvious? We're throwing you in the slammer.
And my crime?
Murder.
Murder? I see.
He hasn't killed anyone
But I
yet
haven't
in this
killed
timeline.
anyone. Specifically, in this history, not a single person has died.
Yeah.
I strongly doubt the police would listen.
But in the other histories, you...
Did
Yes.
you not pay attention? I don't have the ability to shift. The only reason
Exactly
I know
what
anything
charges
of
he
those
can't-
histories is because I mind hacked you. In effect, the me you know is a different person than the one before you. Can I be charged for killing someone in another history?
Nope.
If so, then I'd say this world would be full of criminals of all kinds.
Pretty much.
What about conspiracy to commit?
Yeah. I'm betting this history's got a bunch of dangerous machines and gimmicks all over the shelter.
Unfortunately, I have removed them all. You've slept for quite a while. Nothing is left in the shelter. No transporter, no quantum computer. Loaded into a truck and taken away. Sean is able to move right now due to radio signals received from a satellite. What? Aren't you happy? I say again, in this history, not a single person has died. Phi and I exist, and there will never be an outbreak of Radical 6.
Which is the
There is
reason this
only
game...
a bright future
we came back for
ahead
this game.
for all of us. Is this not what you'd call a happy end?
But according to you, all of mankind will die if time passes and nothing is done.
A religious fanatic, a terrorist attack that sparks a nuclear war.
I heard this story. You said you released Radical 6 so that you could kill that person.
Yep.
The me before you did not say that, but I can't deny it's true.
Radical 6 won't spread throughout the world in this history.
That means that fanatic guy won't die.
Wait, so now humans will go extinct?
Hey, where's that happy future you mentioned?
Interesting. Does that make you angry, Phi?
What?
If so, then we have a serious contradiction. I had prepared a future in another history where 2 billion would survive. But yet, you decided to jump to this history. That means you chose a future where humanity goes extinct, over 6 billion dead.
No. You're wrong, Delta. Nothing in the future has been determined yet.
There's many more than
We'll
just
shape the
one
future with our own hands.
history, though.
Huh. You said something I can get behind, Carlos.
I think so too.
I agree.
Every single branch in this line, that's one history, that's a different history, that's a different history, another history, another history, another history. So every single one of these lines is a different history. There is one of these lines that most of them died, but D team escaped, and Mira injected Diana with a virus called Radical 6. Therefore, well, yes, D team escaped. Sigma had both his arms blown off and an eye destroyed, kind of. But he escaped. Diana had Radical 6 injected into her, which would have released it into the world. And 6 billion people would have died. I think that was this timeline. No. Not that timeline.
Okay, me too.
Mira.
You're right. The future has infinite possibilities.
If we work together, we can accomplish anything.
And that timeline that 6 billion people die and Radical 6 is released is the timeline that the second game, Virtue's Last Reward, is based in.
Humanity's gonna die out? Screw that.
We'll definitely change that horrible future.
What's so funny?
Just that.
What the hell do you mean?
I'm sure I told you in another history that my motives are complex. Imagine, what if none of you had experienced the events that occurred in the shelter? You're so determined now to change the future. One of the goals of all of this was to get you into that frame of mind.
Yep.
It's all going according to plan.
If this game never happened, they wouldn't know about that one person going to destroy all of humankind. Therefore, at this point, they wouldn't know to try to find that person. Now they know all that, they can try to stop that person without the virus.
Without a single casualty. I
Yep.
created a future where mankind will be saved. Does that upset you? Are you angry that your life was played with? Very well. I will give all of you one last choice. With that gun there, you will be able to choose whether to kill me now or allow me to leave. I promise I won't use mind hacking on you. You are free to decide. Which shall it be? Pull the trigger or let me go.
Oh.
The fates of you, me, and mankind are all on the line. This is the decision game.
Chat. I think they may give us the option. Or not. Just a black screen? No credits. And this is the true ending, so I can't skip them. I thought they were going to give us the option to whether to shoot him or not. But they didn't. We do still have one more thing to do though, which is go back and make the choice of not to skip. We have the option to go back and decide to blow up. Essentially. Matt Mercer is in this. He's in everything. I have seen all the credits before. I wish I could skip them. I'm not sure which voice was Matt Mercer. But he is a very popular voice actor in games. He's in a lot of games. Not saying they don't deserve the recognition, but I have seen them all before. Let me skip it. And there's the company that made it. Spike Chunsoft. If it wasn't for the fans of the series, this game would never have been made. Although I'm glad it was made. The way it came about is not good, because I heard that a bit like what forced the quick release of Cyberpunk, or the early release of Cyberpunk, people were being very aggressive towards the devs of this game for them to make this third game.
And or
Hey,
I'm
None of
What shark will be?
yeah. Well,
Mira, even if even
or
Decision time. Don't shift. There was a timer there too, so I wonder if that just counts as don't shift if you let the timer run out. Yes, the controls in SnowRunner are quite different to MudRunner. I'm guessing you've loaded the game up and getting into it. Well, that really wasn't much. There was no talking at all. But that is the whole flowchart complete. That means we have 100% completed the game.